listening to the Dynamic Women podcast. Each week, you'll be inspired by our global community of women. They'll share with you tools and stories to help you be dynamic in every area of life. Here's your host, award-winning coach, and the CEO and founder of Dynamic Women, Diane Rolston.
Hello, and I am so ecstatic. First, I should say who I am. I'm Diane Rolston, and I am with 4 of the lovely authors from Dynamic Women Success Secrets. So these ladies are top experts. They are top thought leaders, experts, and dynamic women. I should get my own title right, our title right. And so welcome everyone. I'd love to start off with each one of you doing a very brief intro of who you are. And then we can launch into about your piece of the book. So who's going to start us off? Sue, how about you start us off? Brief intro. Who are you? Where are you from? What do you do?
Well, my name is Sue Coleman. I live in Grimsby, Ontario. And I'm a network marketing professional, I guess you'd want to call it, or e-commerce business. So.
And what's the company?
Oh, the company's Neora, Neora.
Thank you, Sue.
Anti-aging or healthy aging.
Awesome. Okay, Tammy.
Hi, my name is Tammy Adams. I have a company by the name of Intuitive Understanding, and I'm a certified life coach who specializes in recovering from the pain of grief. And I'm located in Paris, but I can reach right across Canada.
And that is Paris, Ontario.
Paris, Ontario.
not Paris. Paris, France. I know I tell people I went to school in London and I got married in Paris. Both Canada, right? Both Ontario. Okay, Cora.
Hi, I'm Cora Naylor. I'm a life coach for empty nesters, helping women get focused on themselves so they can have more fun and fulfillment after the kids are grown.
Awesome. Thanks, Cora. And where are you located?
I'm just outside Vancouver, BC at Harrison Mills.
Awesome. And Cathy.
Hi, my name is Cathy Farrar, and I'm the owner of Our Kitchen Brantford in Brantford, Ontario. And I'm also the owner of the Jelly Girls, which is a business that I run with jams and jellies. And this is where the venue is going to be this year. Our Kitchen Brantford.
Yeah, so that's for our Brantford, Ontario. So our East Coast party is going to be at your lovely venue. And then our West Coast party is going to be at the Experience Center of Innervar Construction. So that'll be 2 really great locations. Brantford is being, since you've started us off, Cathy, is November 9th, 2019, and November 23rd is our Vancouver party. So 2 parties because we have women on both coasts. So we want to make sure that each group of women has a chance to party and to meet some of the people who are reading the book. So what is the book we're talking about? I'll just show you a copy of the cover. Dynamic Women Success Secrets. There it is. Real book to come soon. And we have 52 lovely ladies in the book so that you can read 1 story a week. And these are 4 of the ladies. And what we're going to do today is we're going to find out from them some things about success, some tips from them, some ideas, and as well as, why be part of a book? What's the point of that? And you are going to hear from these ladies who have some really great things to offer the world. I know that because I know each of them personally, and I know the work that they do is fantastic. So the first question I want to ask you all is, what made this opportunity to be part of the book? Like, what's important about that to you? Why bother writing out a story or some secrets on success? Like, why do you care to do that? Writing can take some work. So what made that be an important piece for you? Cathy, why don't you start us off?
it's very important to me. I wanted to be a part of this group of women, dynamic women, because they do show the success. It's not often an easy road to get here. And you wonder if you're alone in the world when you're working on all these things that you have to deal with. I had never imagined my business to be what it is right now and how it has grown in such a short period of time. And it's because of a lot of women's support, successful women advice that has led me here. And I am just very proud to be a part of this group.
So, I mean, what I'm hearing for you is it's a way for you to give back, but it's also a way for you to share with others so that they can be getting similar success to you in whatever industry that they're in. That's awesome. Thanks. Okay. How about Cora?
Yeah, for me, I've been on a personal development journey for many, many years, and I forget sometimes that other people don't even know that it's a thing. And so I wanted to be part of this book to be able to share that with other women, for them to know that the experiences that other women have had, and that there's a lot of possibilities for them out there, for women that maybe haven't read those kind of books and don't know the kinds of things that you can do that are possible.
Yeah, you've raised a really good point, because a lot of people, when they're working a 9 to 5, they only have whatever kind of personal development is given by the company, or that professional development. Or for the women that are at home, they're growing lots as mothers or as wives, but they're maybe not exposed to this world. And I've been at some events where it's been the first time that someone's been at something like this, and their like mind is blown. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, oh, this is baby stuff. This is stuff I did like decades ago. And so that's a really good point, that this allows women that maybe don't normally get personal and professional development like this to have access to it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, thanks for sharing your piece in the book. Let's go to Sue Coleman.
For me, it was, I often tell my story in small groups, and that, and why, mine's about having a portable career. And I just thought that so many people don't realize that that's an option, and just sharing it in this particular book, and it just seemed like a natural fit to provide some sort of opportunity or alternate way of looking at working, whether it's full-time, part-time, or whenever. I just thought it was just a way of getting my story and what I felt about being able to have that luxury of a portable career.
True. Yeah. Because I meet a lot of people that say, oh, after my kids, I don't want to go back to work, or I want to leave my company that I'm working for to work for myself. And then they'll go, but I don't know what to do. Mm-hmm. I don't have my own ideas. I don't have a product or a service that I want to put out there. And so this gives them that other opportunity where the systems are done for them. They just show up and really plug into a whole network of powerful, inspiring men and women.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it's such a simple business model that people can do from anywhere with as much time as they want to spend, which is pretty ideal, I think, after being a realtor for so many years and working all the hours, as I say, 8 to faint. It's something I fell into, and I just realized I wished I'd fallen into it sooner.
Yes. Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you. And Tammy Adams.
I think for me, I'm really big on collaborative projects, because I think it increases the energy, it increases the power. Mm-hmm. And in this particular project, it brings a lot of professionals together in one place. So that's certainly a bonus. And I think the other bonus is, following on what Cora said, it gives small pieces of information as opposed to an entire book that, depending on where you are in your journey, sometimes it can feel like you're drinking from a fire hose.
Yeah.
And
true.
Yeah, so this breaks it down into manageable pieces, and I like the idea that you could read one story a week. So that falls into that whole motivational category of reading, 10 pages of a good book on a regular basis. So.
Yeah, true. Cool. Well, the next question I am going to go to, but I want to speak to what you just said first, but I'm going to give you guys a chance to just think of your answers. What's your definition of success? So that's where I'm going to go next. But before that, or while you think, I'm going to just share with, so Tammy said, digestible, Cora alluded to that as well. And so in this way, with 52 women, there are 52 weeks in the year. So this is a really perfect thing to take this book on as your 2020 project, right? Every week you read one story or set of secrets from one of the lovely authors, and then you read their personal story of who they are, and then you can spend the week kind of percolating on that. So many times we read, and I was saying this on a video earlier today, we read a book a month, and that's our goal. And I even found myself, I'm listening on audiobook, and there's so many nuggets that I'm getting, but I'm not writing them down. I'm not applying them. I'm not implementing them. So they're just washing over me, and they're lost, like water down the drain sort of thing. And so when that fire hose is going at you, unless you're actually doing something with it, it's almost a waste of time. So by having this where you get to have that one message, and we're going to get to what each of your messages are in a bit, one message a week, you can actually implement it. You can look for ways that that's true or not true in your life. You can support others with it. And the really cool thing is each of you have given a way to contact you. So website, social handles. And so a lot of times also when you're seeing videos, listening to a podcast, reading a book, you don't have the ability to connect with the author. And in this way, you've got the week, you can connect with the author, reach out to them on social media and be like, oh my gosh, I took your message and I applied this. Or I love how you said this. Or, oh my gosh, I can totally relate. Or, oh, I'm new to this and your story has given me hope. And so that's why we have the 52. And for those people who want to like power through the book, I'm not going to stop them, but to get fully into it and to be able to implement it, that's kind of the goal with the 52 weeks in a year, time to really process, implement, and get the most impact out of each of these stories. So ladies, the question of what does success mean to you? Share with me. Who's going to start us off? Cora, how about you?
Sure. I think it's different for everybody, but for me, success is just feeling good that I've contributed in some way to other people's success and to making them to see their potential and helping them to be the full potential. And that makes me feel successful.
Awesome. Being a catalyst for other people's success. Mm-hmm. Fantastic. Thank you. Yep. Okay. How about Sue? Sue Coleman.
Well, success for me is, I think, being comfortable in my own skin. It's having that self-confidence and just not being afraid to be me. That to me is success.
Yes. Yeah, I've never heard that view of success. I think that's a really good one. Yeah, you've got my wheels turning now. Because and a lot of times when I meet women who are more established, they'll say, oh, just the best thing about, getting into my 40s or getting older is because I can actually like not care about what other people think anymore. And
well,
so
it is when you get older, people say, oh, you can say what you like. We make that excuse for old people. But I think
this is what everyone should be doing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Great. And as a definition of success, it works. Okay. Cathy.
Success for me has a couple of different ways that I look at that. I have the Jelly Girls, and the Jelly Girls is a family business. I pay tribute to my mother and my family, and it makes me feel wonderful when people enjoy what I'm doing. And I use the simple techniques, less sugar, organic products, right from the earth, right from the farm. I'm there getting it from the farmers. That I have a great appreciation for, and I feel successful in that when someone gets a memory that's just like their grandmother's jam or something. Mm-hmm. From a different perspective, as our Kitchen Brantford, I have a membership of wonderful foodies here that have a great passion for food. They all like local. They all, they're very successful beginning out here. Their products are selling. People have a great appreciation for what they do, and that's because they have a love of their food. So for me, I see the success around me. I have a personal success with what I produce as food. Mm-hmm. I think food builds community. I think food, binds people in a wonderful way. So I'm all about the food.
I am too, and your jelly is mighty fine. I received some of your jelly when I spoke at the event in Brantford that I was brought in to keynote, and you were sitting right in front of me, and then I got some of your jelly. It was amazing. I was so happy. And your jelly will be featured as well at the Brantford book launch, which is exciting. Yay. May you have to bring some back for the Vancouver launch. Yeah. The ladies aren't missing out.
I'll send a care package.
Oh, I'll make room in my suitcase.
All right.
Okay. Thank you. And is it Tammy we haven't heard from around success? Okay.
And I'm going to build on what Sue said, because that also is my definition. It's remembering who we are authentically. Because as Sue said, when we're comfortable in our own skin, we stop chasing happiness. We stop wanting for things because we realize that we're good enough. And when you start from that place of confidence and feeling that you're good enough, success just becomes success in the traditional sense of the word. You become a magnet for it. And all of a sudden your business is more successful, and maybe you dress differently, and maybe you drive a different car or whatever. But the difference is those things don't define who you are. Yep. They support who you believe that you are. So I think that would be my definition of success. And I think the reason I'm so passionate about it is I spent the first half of my life waiting for other people to confirm my value. And so you're always adapting and changing to those external stimuli in order to feel value. And now that I'm on the other side of that and feel really comfortable with who I am, I find that those external experiences are much different.
Awesome. And I hope this is part of the messages that you guys are sharing in the book. Is it? Well, let's hear. So each woman was asked to share her story about success or her secrets about success as it relates to her life or the industry that she is in. And so these lovely ladies that I have the privilege of talking with today have a main message that they're sharing. And so I hope you all remember what your message is. Yes? No one needs a Cole's notes of it. And so we'll have each of them share what their main message in the book is. Now, not giving the secret away too much, not telling if there's a little like twist at the end. Not that you're writing big long stories, but you know what I mean. Don't give it all away. The people need to get the book and read it for themselves. But what is just kind of the main thing that you're going through that you're talking about in it? Who would like to start us off?
Yeah, I can do it. Yeah. The main message in my story is about our negative voices in our heads and how we deal with them. Because we all have them, and so you can have a choice of whether you listen to them or not, or how you choose to listen to them.
Okay, so you share the secret to being able to do that. And now why don't you share with us, what is the problem when people don't fix that? What do negative voices in our heads do to us?
Yeah, they stop us from doing all kinds of things because they are always negative. They're always telling us things we can't do, or that we're not worthy, or anything that's against everything you want to do, because they're trying to protect you.
Yeah.
But they can hold you back from doing things that you want or that you think you could do.
Thank you, Cora. Much needed. People need to shut that negative voice up. And so just a quick question to everyone. How many of you felt a little negative voice jump in your head when it was, I'm writing something for a book? Did anyone feel that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's normal. Okay. And so how did you all get over it? I know Cora's going to say, I used my techniques to get over the negative voice. But how did the rest of you deal with that? And anything?
I just feel that, it's an important message that needs to get out. And so when you believe in the message, you can override those voices and step into that.
True. Okay. Anyone want to add anything else? I know I've put you on the spot. Yeah, go ahead, Cathy.
I just wanted to say that you'd be surprised where your heart takes you when you go to do what your passion is when you're trying to find it. I grew up on the farm. I was 6 of 7 siblings. I didn't like to get my hands dirty in the garden. I didn't like to do any of that. I didn't cook. I had 3 sisters and a mom that did everything for me. So to find that I'm in the food industry and I'm making jams and jellies and contribute back to the farm, back to my dad's hard work, with the animals and the crops and the gardens. And you come back to that same respect of food, simple food without, any of the additives and things like that. And then you begin to appreciate, and it led me to a shared kitchen where I share that love of food with all kinds of people. So it's very surprising where your heart wants to go, and it will lead you on that path only if you listen to it. So I didn't cook, and look where I am. So I'm not a chef.
And now you're an author.
Business of foodies. Yes.
Amazing. Okay, great. Well, let's hear, Sue, why don't you tell us what is the main message that your piece in the book is going to share?
For me, it's about recreating yourself and being a bit brave. Taking experiences that you've had and realizing how they can push you forward into something you didn't really expect to be doing, and come out way better than you ever expected.
Wow.
Like the outcome was much better than.
Yeah, that's actually almost like a story of hope for a lot of people, maybe having to pivot in their career or in their life or where they live. Like, you've done it all. You've pivoted many times in many different ways, some that you decided to make the pivot and some that were kind of decided for you. And so really you're a success story to embracing change and being the catalyst for change.
Yeah.
So this story gives hope to those who are feeling maybe stuck or forced to change or scary to make that step.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. It can be a fun journey if you let it.
it's based on the perspective.
Yeah. And I can't say I always had that perspective, but in retrospect, I should.
Yeah. So being able to read what the piece that you put in helps people to see there is the light at the end of the tunnel sort of feeling.
Yeah.
That it can work out better than you thought.
Yeah, you can use those experiences to propel you forwards for sure.
Awesome. Thank you. So Tammy, why don't you tell us, what is the main message that you are sharing in the Success Secrets book?
The main message I'm sharing is, like many of us, my past controlled my present and it controlled my future. Things that I wished had been better, different, or more, unrealized hopes, dreams, and expectations, and things that perhaps I said that I didn't think were heard, or things I regret not taking the opportunity when I had them. you know, to say them. And so my message is very similar to the message of the other ladies. You can heal the pain of the past. And once you heal that pain, it stops those negative voices. It tears down that wall that's in the way of you moving forward. And like Cathy said, it allows you to reconnect with your past in a different way that actually can empower you.
Wow. So you said similar to the other ladies, but it's not really, because it's going to help the readers to move forward, but in another way. So it's almost like each of you is really adding a different color to the canvas, right? Or taking off some color maybe, but you're each putting a different color onto the canvas. And so a woman who goes through the book, or a man who goes through the book, is going to feel that change in different ways. And some stories will have a bigger impact because it's the message they need to hear. And other stories will have a smaller impact only because they've maybe already done the growth that happened in that moment or in that story. So let's get Cathy, let's hear yours. What is the main message that is in your story?
I think my main message is that just keep moving ahead and doing what you want to do. You think you're successful at certain aspects of your life for different businesses that you put your heart and soul into them, and after a few years, you know, you're a part of a downsizing. And it makes you look at yourself and you say, did I not do a good job? Yes, of course you did. But now maybe I can do something that I really want to do. And fate sort of steers you in a little bit different way, you know, from the commercial and executive lifestyle to making jam, just for a good example. And when you find joy in that, and joy in cooking, which, you know, I have kind of a little different story with how I got back into the food business through like volunteering for different companies, but there is success in what you're doing, and everything that you do is a good stepping stone to get you there. Customer service for my entire life has led me to be the perfect jam salesperson. So, you know, come to my booth. But, you know, learn from those downsizes and learn from your past experience that it all builds on who you are and what you can do.
True, very true. I know that even in putting this book together, in my previous career, when I worked at an English immersion school, we did a choose your own adventure book. And so part of my job was the layout and putting the book together in Adobe. And so I was joking with one of my friend who I made friends when I was there. She was one of my colleagues. And I said, would you ever think that me putting a children's choose your own adventure book would come back together into this capacity, right? So when I was formatting it, it was so cool to be thinking, yeah, my past experiences have come back. And so I'm sure all of you are results of your past experiences and have been able to piece things together and really make beautiful lives for yourselves. And that was the purpose of this. Was each of you was asked to be part of the book, was selected to be part of the book because of your life and or business success. And so this is a stellar book. This is an amazing book of so many great successful women, and successful in, as you've defined it yourselves. So we don't have billionaires in here. We don't have Grammy Award winners in the book. We have real people that you can meet every day. And you are four of some of those wonderful ladies. So one final question for you all is, what do you hope is the impact of this book on others, on the men that read it, on the women that read it, maybe even on the kids that read it? What is your hope for whoever reads the book? Cora?
Yeah. My hope is that to let people know that everyone has things they have had to overcome. No matter how successful people look on the outside, they still have crap going on the inside, or that they've had to get over on the inside to get where they are. And we're not perfect human beings. So it lets them see sort of some of the behind the scenes of some people, successful people. Mm-hmm.
Well said. Okay. Sue, how about you?
I hope people get courage to pivot, to do what their heart, to follow their heart, and to really, just not be afraid of change, just have courage.
Awesome. And there'll be lots of stories and secrets to propel people forward in that way. Great. Cathy, how about you? What's your hope for the readers of this book?
I hope that it inspires them, just overall inspires them to do what you want to do, to don't worry about all the little failures along the way, because you can build on those, totally build on those. You can get there. Don't give up. Keep the dream. Keep going on, because you do have it in you. Everybody has it in them to do that.
Awesome. Thank you. And Tammy?
I'm really hoping that people will use this as a reference guide, a directory, because like you say, our contact information is in the book as well. So not only can this, spark an interest, maybe inspire them, maybe motivate them to take a change, but very few of us do it on our own, because we're just too close to our own story. And so this becomes not only a quick reference in the 52 weeks that you used as an example, but it also becomes your personal directory for people who can support you on your journey.
Exactly. So Success Secrets, top thought leaders, experts, and dynamic women share their stories and secrets on success. So can I get a confirmation then that the four of you are open to people reaching out to you on a personal and on a professional level?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Awesome. So know that all of these ladies are available to, not overly available, you guys are busy, but they would love to hear from you. Grab your copy of the book from one of our authors, one of our 52 authors, or by going to dianerolston.com/success. Pick up your tickets at that link as well, if it's not beyond the date by the time you hear this, on November 4th in Brantford, Ontario, and November 23rd in Vancouver, BC, and both of those are in 2019. And we encourage you to get this book so that during 2020, or if you can't wait that long, crack it open right away and read the stories that we have here from Tammy and Cora and Cathy and Sue and the other wonderful women. I also have a piece in there called Key to Success. And so thank you to all four of you for your time today in sharing, for giving of your secrets into the book. I know that the women and the men who read this are going to be getting a hand up from you all in inspiration or in tips and tools or in empowerment. And so I thank you for that. There's a lot of people out there that are tight-lipped about their secrets and their stories. And so thank you for being, I think that is a true trait of success, is that those who give of themselves and give of their knowledge have already reached success. And so they're in a place of abundance. And so you're all showing that today. So thank you. And to those out there watching or listening, pick up your copies and then go check out these four ladies. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Dynamic Women, for joining us today. Please hop on over to iTunes to subscribe and leave us a review. Who do you know who needs to hear our message? We'd love it if you'd share our channel with your friends and family. If you're ready to be more dynamic, have more balance and more success, head over to www.dynamicwomenclub.com/free gift for your Key to Success book. Stay dynamic.